Hey everybody, what's up? Earlier today I got an email, fantastic email, probably one of the best emails I ever got from a subscriber. He started off by saying, Mike, you have no idea how much of a pivotal influence you have been in my life. Even at times more so than my own father, he says to me. And he goes on to talk about his experiences he has had with me in the markets, coming from, a background having traded or dabbled in investments and the stock market. And first running into some difficult and challenging situations where he was really tested emotionally, and where, had it been without my help and positive comments and rationality, he would have panicked out, dumped out of his positions, and just resigned himself to a loss. But he said it was my calming influence and my rationality that kept him in those positions through those tough times and made it work out. And then he said, all through 2017, there were other challenging moments that came up which he was able to get through, again, because of the mental game teachings and the support that I had given him. And then he said by early 2018, by April 2018, he thought to himself, that's it. I have made it. I am a trader. And then what happened? We got hit with the last 4 months of market movements that had been adverse to us, against us. But he said this time he was prepared. And although it hurt, and although his guts were twisted into a knot, he was able to ride through it. And even though we don't know for sure 100% the outcome, he said that he realizes now for the first time what this thing is all about. It is not the end goal of the profit making, of seeking that profit. It is the journey and the fight. And now he says, as a result of that and those teachings, no matter what happens, he operates with absolute confidence. And that is the key. Because as I have said many times, the market can do nothing to you. You decide what your outcome is. You decide whether you win or lose. You decide how much profit you will make. The market has no influence or impact on the ultimate outcome. It is always a decision made by you. A lot of people don't understand that. Most people don't understand that. They think it's the market. They think it's predicting. They think it's analysis. They think it's charts. It's not. So this guy now understands. He says to me for the first time ever, and I told him, you have achieved a higher level, the highest level, the ultimate level, the level that everyone should strive for, and that is the ability to not only fight through and rise above adversity, but the total and absolute embrace of the battle, the embrace of the fight, the warrior mentality, where you seek out those situations and conditions. You relish them. You want them. You are a fighter. Once you achieve that level, operating, as he said, from absolute self-confidence, nothing can stop you. And by the way, the profits just pile up and pile up and pile up. In contrast, or I should say the opposite to that, is when you think in terms of money, when you think in terms of profit, when your entire goal is just first the end result, thinking about the end result, the profit, and not understanding that it is the journey. It is the climb up the sides of the mountain in order to reach the top. Once you climb up the side of the mountain, you are at the top. But you have to climb up the side of the mountain. The mountain is always there, and its ascent is always there before you. There's no other way around it. There's no system fairy that picks you up in a helicopter and drops you off at the top of the mountain. That was a great email. That was a fantastic email. And why do I continue to do this stuff? It's because every once in a while I get an email like that, which is just so gratifying. It is so amazing, and it is so uplifting from so many aspects. All right, just to see a guy like that come to this sort of epiphany, to reach this personal level, this breakthrough to a level where I have absolutely no worries about the long-term success of that person, because he has arrived. He understands. All right? Fantastic. Anyway, let me make one comment. Where are all the trade war pessimists? I want to know. Look at the market sort of melting up right now. We had so many of you and so many out there in commentaries and writings and opinions saying this is it, the trade war, we're going to have another depression, it's going to be a crash, it's going to be horrible, it's going to be terrible. As I have been saying here, yes, there are effects from tariffs, but you have to understand it's a realignment of economies. The income, the demand, all that stuff doesn't fly out into outer space. It is there. It is a readjustment. And by the way, it is something that should have happened a long time ago. Should have happened a long time ago in the market. The stock market is signaling the very thing that I told you about, which is ultimately, it is a stimulus. You don't know this. I know this from understanding MMT, from understanding how the monetary system functions. Okay. And I know this. I know another thing. When all the zombies are screaming about something going in one direction, and that's all the only outcome that can possibly exist, I know that they are wrong. And I know that wild horses couldn't keep me from betting against those people. A pack of wild horses couldn't keep me from betting against those people. It's true. It's absolutely true. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.